Hi everybody, it's Tom Moss 34 here with a look at your forecast weather discussion, and this is for August 25th, 2011. We are tracking a hurricane that is currently in progress. It is now in the northern islands of the Bahamas, and it is forecast to push up the I-95 corridor and affect New England within the next 48 to 72 hours. That's the time frame of this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Looks like the window of open opportunity here for that storm system to be affecting Connecticut as a possible minor hurricane or a very strong tropical storm. So what an incredible news story here for the weather discussion. It is just something really incredible and truly historic. I mean, the last time this happened, Hurricane Bob, and then we had Hurricane Gloria in 1985, and since then we were lucky. We did escape a lot of coast. We got remnants of storms, but we are not talking about. Let me just be clear on this. We are not talking about remnant of a hurricane. We may be actually seeing in New England a hurricane taking a very similar path to what Gloria and Hurricane Bob did when they struck our state. So just incredible news here. What's happening right now, and the steering mechanism for this storm system here. We have a Bermuda high off to the east that's prohibiting any significant movement or advancement for the hurricane to go to the east, because that's what they typically do align, and that's prohibiting a high pressure system also off to the west. That's prohibiting any activity from perhaps, for example, going into Texas, as there is a high pressure system firmly in place, apparently strong enough so that discouraging this hurricane from pushing up to Texas, because or Louisiana, in that area where they actually need the rain. Nope, they're not gonna get it. And that's a definite. Eastern Florida right now getting some very bad squally thunder showers and some gusty storms. They're not gonna get the direct hit though of the hurricane. As a matter of fact, the storm is still about 100 miles east of Florida right now. That's pretty close, but it looks like sooner than later it will be making its trek from the north-northwest now, more to the north-north, and hopefully the north-north and east. But right now, as it makes its change in direction, it is expected to maintain more of a northerly component as opposed to a northeasterly component, although it will eventually make that turn slightly to the east, and we're talking about that happening a little bit too little too late, if you will, because it could really do some damage before it makes its turn out to sea. It probably will not make a turn out to sea, which is unlike a lot of hurricanes across the area. That's what makes this one so unique. It's not going to make a turn out to sea. We're not talking about remnants for a tropical storm, remnants for a hurricane. We're talking about a direct impact here, folks, of a potential minor hurricane or a very, very strong tropical storm. So just incredible stuff. Again, right now it is a Category 3 hurricane. Max sustained winds 125 miles per hour. It is in the northern sections of the Bahamas. It is moving northwest, and it appears that it may head towards Florida, but it will likely take that turn more to the north as time goes on. Really, by the next couple hours here, as time is running out for this thing to turn north, but it will before it makes its before it reaches Florida. So Florida residents breathe a sigh of relief. If you live in the Carolinas, you got a hurricane watch in effect as I speak right now, so don't breathe a sigh of relief. Prepare for the worst. Long Island, you're very vulnerable. You're surrounded by water and everything, especially the south-facing shores of Long Island, New Jersey, Rhode Island, and even Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Just a really, really vulnerable couple of places here. So New England, especially southern New England, keep an eye on this forecast. It is only going to just materialize here. Everything is going to get a little bit closer, a little bit faster, and just totally, again, we're watching out for this now. It's going to be interfering with land before it reaches New England. How much land does it interfere? How long is it over land? Because that is obviously something that would affect the strength of the hurricane, which appears very likely right now that it will, in some way, shape, or form, affect eastern North Carolina and Virginia, possibly even directly, making landfall as a Category 2 hurricane somewhere in the outer banks of North Carolina. Entirely possible at this point. Then once it gets to Connecticut, having passed all of that landmass and having run into some very significantly cooler ocean temperatures, we have no doubt in my mind here that it will undergo a very, very fast weakening cycle after it affects the Carolinas here. So I'll tell you, even after weekend, it's still going to be pretty significant. And we're watching it again. No watches, warnings, or anything in New England pertaining to the hurricane. It's still a little bit too far to do that. A little bit more than 72 hours away from the event right now. So, issuing any watches or warnings would be a little bit out of the National Weather Services League. But I wouldn't be surprised if either Friday, tomorrow, or Saturday, the National Weather Service did take some action in regards to issuing watches and warnings and advisories pertaining to the hurricane and its potential impact on us. And again, the timeline is Saturday, and the worst condition, Saturday, we may see some rain. We will certainly see the clouds by then in Connecticut and New England, and the worst impacts will be on Sunday. Prepare for the worst.